Hello, YouTube. How's it going today? How's the weather where you are? It's getting quite cold. I went to get Tim Hortons this morning and it was very chilly, and I scraped off the car and let it heat up for a bit, but at least it's not super snowy on the ground yet. But it's going to snow a lot, I think, tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday. Has it started to snow where you guys are? What did you do today? I worked. I was supposed to go to the grocery store with my husband, but then one of my meetings ran late and I was like, I'm just going to finish the meeting. It's all good. And he went to the grocery store by himself, which I don't like, but it's not the end of the world for someone to go to the grocery store by themselves one time. But I just prefer to go with him. Hi, Lisa. How's it going? Today I'm excited to do a video about Make Wellness, and it's Scotty Hobbs talking to one of his people about how to have success in Make Wellness. If you like to follow this type of anti-MLM content, you'll know that a lot of Beachbody coaches went to a lot of different companies, Make Wellness, Shaklee, Arbonne, when Beachbody went full affiliate and completely got rid of its network marketing structure. And Scotty Hobbs, we looked at one video of Scotty's where he's talking about his decision to move to Make Wellness, and we're going to do another one, and I think it's a good one. I'm excited about this. Lots that we could talk about. Hey, Neil, lovely to see you. And Paige Actress, hey, thank you guys for coming. It's so nice to see you. I appreciate that I have friends here. Okay, this was just posted 2 days ago. How to build your Make Wellness business. Very excited about this. I looked on the Make Wellness website and they appear to still not have any products listed on the website. Do you guys know how that's working? Are the products just available for the distributors? Can just customers go on and buy them? Why don't I just go on? Because I'm pretty sure we looked at this. Already. I'm just trying to find the website and then we'll share it and I'll show you what I mean. There doesn't appear to be any products on the website. Where's the website? Make Wellness. So many friends are here. Where's the website? Timeisnow.us. Why would you? Is this? Stop. Stop. Did you hear? He's like, hi, it's Justin Prince. He's screaming at me. I just wanted to show you the website, but I don't know if I can because his voice just appears. His voice appears and I couldn't get it off. So we'll look at the website another time, maybe. From what I know, you can't, there's no products on the website for customers, but I may be wrong. So please correct me if I'm wrong. Tanya, hey Tanya, thank you for joining. It's lovely to see you. Anastasia and Tori. Hi, friends. Okay, I'm ready. Ugh, I'm uncomfortable. Sorry. Did the wind just come in? What do you mean? Did you hear windy? Did you hear some wind? Oh, you think they're still in pre-launch? Okay. Hi, Danny. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining.
What's up? It's me, Scotty, and Jay Teagues.
Okay. Did I share this properly? Because now I'm worried. Because that thing was just screaming at me. Let's just share the screen again and make sure that it's actually shared with audio. Yes. Okay, let's do this again.
We just wanted to pop in here. We were just having a conversation, Jay and I. We have a huge vision for this company. We went to an event in Orlando, and it was just like mind-blowing. We're like, if you just came to one of these events and you saw the leadership of this company, you understood the potential of these products that we have, the hundreds of millions of dollars that went into the science of creating these bioactive precision peptides, you could just grasp that bigger vision and take your life.
Hundreds of millions of dollars going into the precision peptides. Sure, that's fine. It's great that hundreds of millions of dollars goes into precision peptides, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's a high quality product that will actually provide value to people. So it doesn't matter how much millionaires are putting into some random ass product. And sorry, the audio on the last stream was bad. I'm sorry, I didn't realize. Or do you mean Was it the guys on the screen that was kind of quiet? What was my last stream? I feel like it might have been the guys from MOM for CEOs or NetReady. That might be it. Yes. Those guys were quiet. I feel like this audio is definitely better for sure. Yeah, those guys were talking quietly, and I tried to turn them up, and you couldn't.
To the next level. And Jay and I were just really having this conversation about what our vision are, what some of our goals were. And we really want this to feel like you're sitting down with Jay and I, and you're just like, okay, I'm going to go for this. I want to build something incredible for my family. I want to feel better and feel healthier. Like, what do I do? And so we want this to kind of be a conversation for you to know those next steps. So Jay,
there's a lot of things we can do if we want to feel better about our health. I know this is me. I'm saying this based off the assumption that we have the financial resources to seek these things out, but you could get a personal trainer. And yes, it's expensive, but you're working with a professional who understands how to help people exercise safely. The trainer that I have takes into account the fact that I broke my left foot twice in 2 different spots and thinks about my interests, my weaknesses, my strengths when he's figuring out what workouts to give me. If you're struggling with injuries, you can also seek out physiotherapy. If you have the resources, you can seek out dietitian, right? You can join a intramural floor hockey league or beer league hockey. There's a lot of things we can do to feel better and feel more healthy. We do not need to buy extremely overpriced products from an MLM. And you agree with me. Sorry, let's let him talk.
I'm just going to ask you, like, what have you felt with Make Wellness, your bioactive precision peptides, your vision for this? Like, what's making you take the action and drive forward to build this?
Well, and of course, our vision cannot just be, I need money because we live in a capitalist society. I need to pay to keep a roof over my head and feed my kids. No, it always has to be something deeper. It can't just be a reasonable financial goal. It has to be something huge and lofty. You can't just be, I want to save for retirement. It needs to be, I want a mansion. I want to be able to travel across the world. Why can't we just have reasonable goals? That's because the reasonable goals don't catch people's attention. It doesn't make someone want to watch your stories and follow you and join you. Let's just have reasonable financial goals.
Well, as a performance coach, running coach, an endurance athlete, I mean, there's a couple things.
Okay, let's just slow him down a little bit. Custom 1. How do I do this? 1.15. 1.15. So he's a performance coach, an endurance athlete.
Sure. I'm in my mid-40s. And I'm looking for an edge in my own supplementation to have a healthy, it's not just about lifespan, it's about health span. And as I age, being able to continue to, run these marathons and do what I want to do well up into, my 70s and 80s, I want to.
That's just my opinion. I'm not a doctor. Don't take anything I say seriously. My approach to supplementation is, excuse me, I take vitamin D because where I am, just like if you're in a city that's a winter city for 7 months a year, you don't get much sunlight, right? And even when it's not winter, I still take vitamin D because I work from home. I don't have to commute to and from work every single day, so I don't get that much sunlight. I was told that something was low that needed to be a little bit higher, and my doctor told me what supplement I should take. I go through phases where I'm a little bit anemic. So when I do my blood work and I'm a little bit anemic, I will go on to iron supplements. But I know that with my thyroid medication, I cannot take my iron supplement at the same time. I can't do it. I can't take it within 4 hours because then the hormones from my thyroid pills will not absorb properly. The issue is, this is a side tangent, I researched that myself. When the doctor told me I needed to take iron, he did not say, make sure you don't take it within 4 hours of your thyroid medication. I'm like, you should tell people that because not everyone's going to know to research. Overdoing supplements can be dangerous. Exactly, Danny. And hi, Monica. Sorry, it took me a second to say hi to you. Welcome to the stream. Yes. when it's dark from like, when does it get dark? It doesn't even get light until, let's say, 8 a.m. to 4:30, 8:30 to 4:30, it's light, and then it's dark after 4:30. Yeah, and you don't go outside to commute, you're going to need some vitamin D. Exactly. Exactly, Danny, for sure.
I want to live to be 100, right? And I want to live well into that age. I also look at it as, I mean, I just, the people that have partnered.
And it's great if you want to live into old age, that's wonderful, but you don't need MLM supplements to do so. You can talk to doctors and nutrition or dietitians, eat as well as you can, exercise, right? I've known people who are into their 70s, 80s, and still have exercise routines, quite intense ones, because they prioritized exercising throughout and they ate as well as they could with balance day to day, right? And you can prioritize that without whatever precision peptides. I think I just get them from the grocery store too.
Into the company. Like, I've known you for a long time. There's other people that are leaders within the company that I have watched in other companies, and I've seen what they were able to do, the talent that they bring to create these teams and help other people, improve their health and increase their, financial abundance. And seeing that this is a new opportunity with a new company, I know that, if I just follow the plan and stick to it, like not only will my own health be improved, I can improve my own finances, and from a leadership perspective, help other people do the same thing. So I'm super excited.
He's talking about people who had big success in other companies coming to Make Wellness, just like Scotty. And that's a huge point, a huge issue I have when people hop from MLM to MLM is they have a built-in legitimacy. Scotty built a huge business in Beachbody. He has people who would follow him anywhere. So his experience going from Beachbody to Make Wellness is going to be vastly different than the person who just barely hit diamond on his team and who may be bringing over 2 people from their downline. You're not going to have the same experience as Scotty. And there's something else I was going to say. This is what happens when I don't stop the moment I think of what I want to say. Hi, Mr. Angel Lab. How's it going? A good pharmacist can tell you about whether supplements will interfere with medications, but an MLM rep cannot. Yes, and if you're taking any kind of medication for any kind of condition, just make sure you research supplements first. I've always done that. I knew that there probably wasn't an interaction, but when I started to do vitamin D again, I checked for an interaction before taking it. Nice. Yeah, we talked a little about vitamin D supplementation earlier.
About it. I love that. I want to share some of my goals. Like I've been chatting about.
Yes, Lisa. Thank you. They want to help people. They want to help people improve their health and fitness, and they want to help people make money and achieve financial abundance. It was really important. I've said this a million times. We would open up a health-related nonprofit, serve low-income families. We would donate to charities. We would start a financial literacy program at our library or something. We would actually do things that would benefit our community. Thank you for reminding me, Lisa.
This when in Zoom meetings, but my wife and I had this conversation, and it was a pretty deep conversation that sometimes. Yeah, those conversations, it's kind of scary to think about. And we're building our dream house right now. And she's like, we were making this decision. Do we continue forward with building this dream house or do we simplify our life? And I'm someone who likes to work towards something. I like to have a mission. I like to have a purpose. And I find a deep purpose in helping people feel better and helping people earn more income for their family. So as I was having this conversation with her, she's like, I'm just worried, like, what if something happened to you? What if you were in an accident out hunting? What if you are in a car accident, like something random outside of our control? She's like, I wouldn't be able to pay for that house. I wouldn't know what to do. And I was like, baby, I'm going to, like, my vision and my goal with this team is to create a team of leaders that is so strong and so powerful and so interwoven together and working together that if something like that happened to me, like, our business would grow because there's leaders on the team. They would probably work harder than they already are. To know that you guys are taken care of because of the way that I've poured into them over the years. They would want to pour back And even though they have their own goals for their business, I feel like they would pour in to their business even more, knowing that it would help you and the kids. And she's like, okay, I feel that gives me some good confidence. I was like, that's what I'm like. I wake up every day and work hard because of that. I want to create.
We have to work hard in our MLM so our coaches or distributors feel connected to us, because all of the time that we poured into them, that means that if something happens to me, they will want to pour back into my family and protect you guys and make sure you're taken care of if I die. If I die, my Make Wellness business is my security blanket, and they will take care of my family. And that's the only way to make sure your family has financial stability if you pass away, is to have an MLM business. It's not like we can have savings. We can put aside money for our kids if we're able to do so, right? We're able to put aside savings, or I don't know how that kind of stuff works. But if we have a job where we're lucky enough to not be living paycheck to paycheck, chances are we could put aside a little bit of money for our children every single month. So if something were to happen, they'd be taken care of. Or we could have plans in place with some family members. We'll have a will, maybe, or where it says certain family members will take our children and provide for them financially if something happens to us, to the parents. It's just so frustrating to me thinking of an MLM as security for our family when Make Wellness could shut down next month, could shut down next year. What will happen to Scotty's family if he passes away if Make Wellness shuts down? That's how I explained it. Does that make sense? An MLM business as a security blanket for a family. Nuh-uh. Because, Scotty, the exact same thing could happen to this company that happened to Beachbody. The exact same thing.
That. Now, I didn't want to just create an income for me and we have these things, but I want to do that. Another huge thing for me, Jay, is I know, how is it that Justin mentioned, like he wanted you to build a financial, what was it?
A financial fortress for your family.
A financial fortress for your family. And like that reaches deep in my soul too. Like I want to be someone, and Gabby has to catch me all the time on this. We were having a conversation last night. My daughter wants to go on this service trip that's like $4,000 for 2 years in a South American country. She goes with the church and serves and helps.
Great point. His downline should be worried about their own family, feeding their own family, and not worrying about keeping another family afloat if one of their family members passes away. Great point. And I don't know, because if someone I knew lost a spouse, I would want to help them out, right? I would want to do what I can, offer to babysit their kids or bring them some food or give them some gift cards or something just to be nice. But would I feel like it's my responsibility to financially take care of the family? Unless it was my sister's family? No, I don't think I would feel a financial responsibility to. I don't know. It's a tricky one. And they're talking about creating a financial fortress for their family.
To build a church. My son wants to go to a baseball camp. That's a couple thousand. I'm building this house. And I was like, I don't know if it's the best time. Like I caught myself last night saying that. I don't know if it's the best time to do that. Like, let's focus on the house. And she was like, no, you're capable. I know what you're going to build with this thing. Like, let's give our kids the opportunities and we'll figure out the rest. Like you'll build the business and the house will be taken care of. And so,
it's always such black and white thinking. You're either in MLM and you can provide all of the experiences that your kids want. You can send them on mission trips, or you're not in an MLM and you can't do anything for your children. There's no middle ground. There's no, hey, you work a corporate 9-to-5 job, or you work at Starbucks or at the library and you make a reasonable salary where you are not living paycheck to paycheck, and you're able to put aside a small or a certain amount of money every single month to go towards saving for your kids' activities. And also, just because in the case that you can't send your children on a mission trip costing thousands of dollars, that doesn't mean you're a bad parent. If you are able to save up a couple $100s for your kid for them to join soccer over the summer, that is still amazing. You don't need to be able to afford extravagant trips for your children to be a good parent. I just don't like the black and white thinking. We can provide fun experiences for our kids without being in an MLM.
Some of my goals I just want to share with you, Jay, and with anybody that's watching this in the future from our team. Not just I want to build a team that would grow on without me, that goes on beyond my, maybe call it a legacy, that grew without me and impacted hundreds of thousands of lives. But I want to.
You want them to grow without you, not to impact hundreds of thousands of lives, but so you can continue to make money. That's the dream of every MLM distributor. You want your downline to be able to duplicate without you. You want them to recruit people who recruit people who recruit people, and so on and so forth. So let's shut our mouth, our faces with the fake altruism. We don't want to impact lives, because if we truly wanted to help people, we would not be in this industry. No worries, Tanya. I hope everything's good.
Pay off that dream house in 3 years. I want to be debt free. Like, we're building it right now. It'll be done in May. I want to have it paid off in 3 years. We're completely debt free.
And you don't have to want to pay off a big home in 3 years too. Like, you could say, in 10 years, I want my home to be paid off, right? Because if you shorten it or lengthen the amount of time it takes for you to pay your house off, you're not going to need to make $1 million in a year. You're not, because you could say, I'm going to pay it off over 10 years, and you make $80,000 a year. I don't know how much your house costs, but of course you have to have a really big, extravagant goal. So you need to make more money to be able to do that. That didn't really make sense. A lot of LDS teens earn the money to pay for their own mission trips and don't rely on their parents to pay for it. Interesting. Your mindset needs to be changed, of course. It is so dry in this office. We have a little temperature and humidity gauge, and I just looked. The humidity is at 37%, and normal is between 40 and 60. It is humid, or it is dry. My hands are dry. My face feels dry. Everything just feels dry. It is so cold. It is so dark. It is so dry.
Free. We have an abundance of income. I write it every single day so that I can send my kids on service trips. I can give to someone when they're in need without saying, should I do it or should I not?
You can give to someone when you're in need without it being thousands and thousands of dollars. Again, I'm going to say this a million times. If it's important to you, if you have money left over at the end of every month, you can save it up and maybe donate $100, $200, whatever you can to a local charity. And that really makes a difference. It does not need to be thousands of dollars. But of course, you can't say that. You can't say that, because if you say, donate what you can, $200 a year can make a big difference. If you say that, people aren't going to be encouraged to join your sketchy ass business so they can achieve their philanthropic goals. Because lots of people are, charitable giving is really, really important to them. And I could see him saying something like that, really encouraging someone who really wants to contribute positively to their community to join them so they're able to do that. That's Canada for you, eh? This time of year, yes, it's so sad. So sad. Makes me sad. But then fall and spring is lovely, and then summer is like 2 weeks. Yes, they're not altruistic, exactly.
I want to have that type of freedom to continue doing that throughout the rest of my life. Or if Gabby and I want to go start a mission for our church for 3 years, I could just go. I don't have to worry about anything like that. So I have a goal to do that. I'll build that financial fortitude around our family. And I'm committed to doing that as well. One other thing, and I share this, I built 4 other $1 million earners in a former company over the course of 15 years. And one of my goals with this is I am going to build 10 $1 million earners over the next 10 years. That's a vision that I have. I have that focus. I'm gonna find and develop 10 leaders in our team and in our organization. That
you already found one.
I found one, and he's sitting right here on this.
There's
Zoom.
more. There's more here that aren't on this call. They're here.
In 15 years, he only was able to make $3 million earners over the course over 15 years in Beachbody, and now he wants to do 10 in 10 years. Just because someone makes $1 million in an MLM does not mean that they're actually a millionaire. It just means over the course of their career in their MLM, they've made $1 million. And it's most definitely not $1 million in profit. It's not $1 million after taxes. So we know in Beachbody, you pay a shit pile of money every single month to be qualified for your dumbass ranks and dumbass success club. And you have all these memberships. You don't actually make much money. And now this man is saying, oh, well, one of your $10 million earners is right here. And he's going to talk about how he's going to manifest that goal, that dream of being one of Scotty's $1 million earners into existence. And Scotty does not want to make $1 million earners just because he wants to be altruistic, like Monica said, to be charitable, to help someone. No, he wants to do that because if people are making $1 million in total underneath them, that's benefiting him. He's going to make more money. He's not doing it for our own good.
They are. So you have to make that decision. Like, I'm going to be the one that does that. So I have that big goal and vision. I have full confidence in doing that. And I say that because the results I've seen even in the past 2 to 3 weeks are mind-blowing. These products are working. The Focus product, I see the Lean product working. My strength and endurance is increased heavily over just before taking protein shakes. And I've had a ton of different protein shakes over the past decade that help me get extra protein, help me my muscles recover. But like, my strength and my endurance over the past 3 weeks is like through the roof. So like, I have the confidence in the products.
Is he saying over 3 weeks he's seen a huge difference in himself because of the Make Wellness products? If so, I feel like that's not real. I don't know if wellness supplements can make such a difference in 3 weeks. I'm thinking about, I was extremely low with my thyroid hormones, right? And I went to get a test and I was like, it was way, way too low. And then I got the proper dosage and I did feel better pretty much right away. But then other times when I've changed my dosage, when it wasn't that much of an extreme change, it took several weeks to notice a difference. And when I looked it up this time, because I was surprised, I felt better after like 3 days. It did say it can take several weeks to notice a difference after you change your thyroid medication, right? So I was like, why am I noticing it right away? But it was just such a big change. So it makes sense. My point is, I don't think health supplements would work that fast. And Lisa agrees. Okay. I'm so long-winded today. Yeah, he knows what he's doing. For sure, Monica. For sure.
And I'm seeing people that have lost 5 to 10 pounds, multiple people who I've worked with on their meal plan, their workouts, and the scale just wasn't changing.
But what if they have goals for other things other than weight loss, right? What if they're trying to be healthier just so they can run around with their kids more? What if they don't care about the scale and then you're basing their success off of whether the number on the scale went down?
And it's like starting to drop. And I'm like, this is it. It's incredible.
And he's saying that people in Beachbody were trying to lose weight. He was trying to help them in his other MLM, and they weren't able to achieve it. And now, because they're all in Make Wellness, it's finally dropping. But when you were in Beachbody, Scotty, you were probably talking about how amazing the programs are and the products, and how everyone's always achieving their goals. I'm just guessing. I'm looking at my hair in the camera and my bangs are just so fluffy because it's dry and my hair is not enjoying itself. It's not. And my hands aren't either. Yes, I take actual medication and their stuff is woo-woo and wishes. Placebo effect, maybe.
Incredible, like the science behind this and the work. So I have full confidence in the products. And this is the easiest business opportunity that I've ever shared in my entire life, because there's $0 enrollment, 0 monthly fees, 0 required product purchase. Now, you and I both know if you use a product and have experience with it, it's going to be easier to share that with somebody. But the cool thing is that it's not like forced. It's not a forced thing where they're trying to like put a carrot in front of you. You do this and we'll pay you. It's like you get to do what you want with it, right? So I have full confidence that.
Sure, they don't actually require you for your personal volume or to maintain your rank to purchase a product, but you are going to be strongly encouraged / pressured to purchase the products because, yes, we don't have Beachbody yelling at us to be a product of the product anymore, but it is going to be strongly insinuated that we cannot be a serious business owner if we do not have the products and we're not being an ambassador. We're not being an ambassador for the company. So that's bullshit. And when you were sharing Beachbody, Scotty, you also said it was so simple and easy. But now the moment that you're out of Beachbody, you're saying Make Wellness is actually the easiest opportunity I've ever shared about. Well, which one is it? Because you said the same thing about Beachbody before.
Well, and that was important to me because there's a lot of network marketing companies out there that just operate in a very salesy kind of way. I love the flexibility in this. I love that I can stand behind the product and feel proud about it. I I had to go down to Orlando and meet the leadership team to make sure that I was going to affiliate and put my own reputation out there, that, I'm not getting caught up in something, a used car sales organization, right? That these people are legitimate and real. And that was very important to me. And I've been asking people, I'm looking for the red flag, either in the product or the company, the people. I haven't found anything yet to say no or even question anything. And
it's not an average experience to be able to actually fly down and visit the leadership of a potential new MLM. He is likely, I don't know anything about this man, which MLM he was in before, but he likely already has a big team or a huge following, because I feel like an MLM CEO would not take a meeting from Bob down the street, Hi, Julie. Nice to see you. Yeah, it's been a while. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining.
I'm super excited about it. So I'm excited to be your first $1 million team member.
I love that. And you're one of the first two that happened in October to achieve Premier Affiliate as well, which is, getting 2,000 in circle sales in the first month. And so that's absolutely incredible that you did that. So you're taking the steps. So part of this conversation is like someone sitting here and they're like, okay,
you achieved Premier Affiliate, but there's no customer sales yet, right? Because they're just in pre-launch. You achieve whatever that fucking rank is from recruiting alone. Interesting. That's not a good thing to admit.
Hey, I want to be that person. I have big goals. I have a big vision. Maybe you heard my goal and vision. And Jay, I want you to share a little bit of yours in a second as well. But you have this goal and this vision. Now there's a difference between setting a goal and visualizing it and actually doing the steps every day to start moving towards that goal, or mastering the fundamental activities or skills that you need in order to achieve or move forward to that goal.
Not something that they'll use to throw back in your face. So they say, yes, you visualized the goal, you put it out into existence, but you don't actually take the steps to achieve that goal. That's why you're not making an actual income, because you didn't take the steps. But I did, Scotty. I did what you asked me to do. It's like, but you didn't do it with the right intention. Yes, they're operating as a pyramid scheme. They have no retail customers. Interesting. In our opinion.
So, Jay, what are the main things that if someone's going to do this, what do they need to focus on? Because there could be so much to do, right? But what would you encourage someone, like what's that first step? What are the first steps that you need to do?
Well, step one, and I work with a lot of business owners, entrepreneurs, and multifamily real estate investors. You have to have a compelling vision for your future, your own future, your family, your health. Like, where do you see yourself? And get crystal clear on what that is, because without a future, you're going to end up spinning your wheels. I have certainly done that myself, where it doesn't matter what your high performing habits are. If you don't have a clear, compelling, you're not going to be aligning the right actions, and then you're going to end up climbing the wrong mountain. So you got to get crystal clear on what you want. And then from there,
I've said this before, getting crystal clear on what you want, so you take the right action, so you climb the right mountain. There's no way to measure if we're actually doing that, right? There's no way to quantifiably sit down and say, I am doing what Jay Teagues told me to do, right? Because then people will go back to Jay Teagues and say, I did what you said, nothing's happening. He's going to say, we just didn't have the right intention. You didn't have the right mindset, because how do you prove that I'm climbing the right mountain? You can't. That's why, in my opinion, there's very rarely actual tangible business advice, because if there's no real advice, they can always blame us. They can always say, well, you just didn't do what I told you to do.
Once you know what you want, then you identify, okay, what are the steps that are going to get me there? And your vision should be like, it should excite you. It should scare you. It should energize you. And you should think big. And you should not ask,
why should it scare you? I feel like in a average non-MLM world, your vision could be, I want financial security. I want to save for retirement. I want a little nest egg in case there's a family emergency. Why can't it just be that? Why does our vision need to scare us? My back hurts. I'm uncomfortable a little bit.
For permission from anyone about your vision. Like, it should be big and lofty, and you should just go for it. Like, no rules, no permission. Just think big. Like, what do you want? And be selfish about it.
Yeah.
And then you start to create your business goals that are going to support that. And then you just backwards plan, like, what are the activities
What do you want? Be selfish, unless it's not a big lofty goal that will encourage people out of curiosity to join with you. Because if you just say I want financial stability, that's not interesting, that's not exciting. They want you to have a big goal, like I want to make a house for my family, I want to go on a round the world trip, because then people are going to want to follow along, because that's a big exciting goal. So don't ask for permission, have the goal that you want, as long as it aligns with what we want, with what we think will help people get into the business. I'm seeing my camera's malfunctioning, so I'm going to turn it off. Sorry about that, friends. Now I can just slouch. That might be better for my back. I'll just sit more comfortably instead of trying to sit straight up and be all professional.
And this is what I love. Like, people will I have definitely overcomplicated things. Like, you've got it broken down to a science. Like, your power hour, these are the activities. If I focus on these, the 20% here, this will yield the 80%. That is, and just show up consistently doing those things, no matter what, that will lead you to your goal. So getting clear on your vision, and then just backwards planning from there, the specific activities, and cutting out everything else. There's a great book called
What are you cutting out, though? And obviously, we've heard this a million times. Make your goal and work backwards from there. Great, but easier said than done when we're in an industry where our success is dependent on people below us getting to a certain rank and staying at that rank. We need to recruit people ourselves, and then those people need to recruit people. So we could do all of the planning we want. We could say 10 people a month join us in our business, but we have no control over whether 9 of those 10 people leave the business or not, or all of those members of those 10 people's downlines all jump to another company, right? We have no control over what anyone in our downline does. Exactly, Monica, so you can do all of that, but it does not guarantee success. Exactly.
10x is easier than 2x. Okay. Talks about the story of Michelangelo, who created this prolific artist, one of the best of all time. And when he created the Michelangelo, the Pope had asked him, how did you do it? How did you create this marvelous?
Oh, yes, Lisa, thank you for reminding me. You just have to cut out everything else. You have to cut out anything that is not you working towards your goals. And think about how toxic of a mindset that is, where I would have to cut this out because this is just a fun hobby. I would have to cut out leisure time with my husband. I would have to cut out bonding with my spouse so I could focus on my MLM business, because bonding with my spouse will not help me rank up and make more money. How twisted is that? Where we have to prioritize financial gain over our family relationships. Disgusting, disgusting. And you're right. We have to cut out Netflix. We have to cut out TV, cut out going out for fun meals, spending time with our in-laws. Anything that's not our MLM. Exactly. Nothing is under our control. Nothing.
Wonderful statue that's like lifelike and human-like. And he's like, it's simple. I removed everything that wasn't Michelangelo. And that is, from a high performance perspective, you got to do less. Less is more, and focus on the things that move the needle, and get crystal clear on your vision and go for it consistently.
I love that. So one of the first steps there, you talked about a compelling vision. What are some of your, I know you loved, from being at the Orlando event, you loved the idea of building a financial fortitude around your family. What's a big financial goal you're going to work towards that's driving you?
Yeah. So I've lived pretty much, I came from a humble beginning, was in the military. So I've lived I had to overcome the scarcity mindset, right? So I'm really thinking big, and I've been around enough high performers.
It's not scarcity mindset if we're in an MLM and we're quickly realizing that people don't want to join us because they're aware that MLM is a scam, that I'm starting to question why I'm not making money when I'm doing exactly what the upline's telling me to do. It's not scarcity mindset. It's not us focusing on what we don't have. It's critical thinking. It's saying, why is everyone saying no? Why am I doing what I'm told, but I'm not seeing any success from it? Fuck scarcity mindset in the MLM context. No.
That I believe in myself. And that's why it's so critical to get around other people that are performing at a high level, that have done what you've done. Hence why I'm here with you, because you've proven yourself. I want to pay off this house. I just moved in this house.
I hate the idea of you have to be around people who have the life that you want to have because you're the average of the 5 people you hang around most or some bullshit like that. And again, how toxic is that we only hang out with people because we want something from them, because we want to find their level of success? Why can't we hang out with someone who just treats us kindly, is a respectful person? Maybe they're in a job they don't really like, right? But they're taking some action to try to get a job that suits them better. Why do our friends need to be financially well off and really motivated to be a big fancy business person? Why can't we just be with people because we like them? Nothing wrong with working hard, but in MLM, they take that concept to an unhealthy level with no balance whatsoever. Exactly.
About 2 months ago, and we owe almost $1 million.
They bought a house 2 months ago. They own almost $1 million. I'm sorry, I paused it earlier in an awkward spot.
On it, and I want to get it paid off. I want to have it paid off in 3 years by December. Where are we at now? It's 2024. Yeah, by this time, and within 3 years, I want to have it paid off in full.
I love that.
I also want an adventure van because I'm a big.
Isn't it interesting how he has one of the same goals that Scotty has? Because Scotty built a house with his family, and he also wants his house paid off in 3 years. And Jay just put down $1 million on a house, and he wants to pay it off within 3 years too. Interesting how the mentee is completely duplicating the goals of his mentor. And he also wants an adventure van.
I love adventure travel, and I want a van. I want to be a little. I have a 4Runner now, but I want a van. My wife and I were talking. There's a marathon runner. My wife and I like to run marathons. There's a race called the Great Race. It's 7 marathons in 7 days on 7 continents. Entry fee is $50,000. I want my wife and I to do this experience together. We will do this. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
The chills when you said we will do this.
We will do this, man. It's going to happen. I've already seen it. I've visualized it. It's just a matter. Now I just got to do the work to get there.
Yeah.
That is very Ray Higdon-esque. We've heard Ray Higdon say, visualize the future as if it were, something along those lines, visualize the future so it becomes your present. Jay just told us that he's going to join the Great Race. He's going to be able to join the Great Race because he's already seen it. He's already visualized it. So since he's visualized it, that means it will happen. He is going to manifest it into existence. But what happens when he wants to sell off his house, buy a van, join this race, and he's visualized it, but then Make Wellness goes affiliate and he loses his entire downline income, or Make Wellness closes altogether, or everyone in Jay's downline goes to another MLM, right? Or more people starting to realize that MLM is a scam and less people are joining him, and he's done all this visualization and manifestation work and he's not able to achieve his financial goals. Is he going to feel bad for himself? Probably, because he's going to be blamed. It's going to be his fault because he didn't sacrifice, he didn't work hard enough. I don't want to be friends with people that think like them. They have transactional friends. It's not genuine. Exactly. We don't need to be able to get something from all of our friendships.
We have 5 teenagers between us. We got to get them through college. They're going to have weddings. Housing right now, I don't know what their future looks like. They're going to need some financial support, more than likely. We want to be able to help them, create that generational wealth.
And that's a more relatable goal there, because they have so many teenagers. Yes, they're going to need to go through school. They may get married. And yes, buying a house is outrageously expensive everywhere now. I'd love to be able to buy a house. Will we ever be able to? No. So he has a very relatable goal of wanting to help his children financially with how expensive this world is. And that's going to draw in the people who just want to provide a little bit for their kids, who want their kids to grow up and feel financially stable when they're going from the transition of teenager to young adult to adult, when they're leaving school and they're wondering, how am I going to pay for everything? What am I supposed to do with my life now?
Never had it. I want to change my family tree when it comes to that, man. And like you said, I want.
And he wants generational wealth. I'm going to try to sit. Oh my God, look at my camera. I was like, I'm going to turn my camera back on. It's kind of pretty. It's purple and yellow and green. Wow. Okay, camera off. I'm not going to have a camera for the rest of the day. Sorry.
I want to help 10 people become millionaires, earn $1 million in this business. I want to do the same thing. That's
Of course he does. Of course he does. Of course he has the exact same goals that Scotty has. And you're not helping people become a millionaire. You literally said helping 10 people make $1 million in this business. That could be over 10 years. That could be over 20 years. Doesn't mean you're a millionaire. MLM is not generational. I don't know from where they got that mentality. Who started this? I know, right? Tanya, look at my camera. Isn't that funny? I think it's pretty. It looks like a rainbow. I don't know why this happens. Okay. And welcome back, Tanya. And yes, these people do have zero chill.
When you said that in Orlando, I'm like, man, can I do that? I don't get chills very often. I'm like, I can do that. I can do it for myself and I can help other people. So let's do it.
Yeah. And you got all that. So I love all of those goals and vision. Like I have the chills. You can watch this video back. I'm going to see my smile on here too. Just listen to you say that. This type of thing excites me. And it's what makes me wake up and work hard on the days I want to. I've been coughing here. The old me, 15 years ago would have been like, I'm sick. I don't have the energy. I got a cough, like I'll cancel. But it's knowing the purpose and the reason and the people that you're fighting for. Like I'm fighting for my boy, Jay, my friend Jay. And
so 15 years ago, he would have not worked because he was sick. And now he's working when he doesn't feel good because he's fighting for his boy Jay. But why can't we just prioritize our own health, our own physical well-being, and rest when we are not feeling good? Because if you're in an average employment environment, you will be able to rest a little bit. You may not have a bunch of sick time, but you could rest a little bit when you're not feeling well, and you're not going to be penalized for it. Yes, that's a great point. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, sir, do you plan on time traveling or departing because that is not humanly possible? Yeah, and the time changes too, right? The Great Race Marathon. Is this it? Great Race Marathon, 7 marathons, 7 continents in just 1 week. November, early bird spots available. The Great World Race has limited seats on the plane. Oh, interesting. But where do you race though? And yeah, how do you? Okay, you start in Miami, Cartagena, Istanbul. Why are there 2 Istanbuls? I don't understand. I don't understand how. Yeah, like Tanya said, how are you doing this whole race and how are you traveling this much in 7 days? Are you really going from Miami to over here and then you're having to run a marathon right after you get there? That doesn't make any sense. I don't know how that works. Great point. And that's only 5 continents. They all have the same formula. Talk about yourself, give sob stories, and talk about your dreams and glorify the MLM. Exactly. I was behind and didn't know. It is my bad. No worries. Yeah, only 5 continents. Weird. Miami, South America, Europe, Asia, Africa. Oh, Antarctica. See? Antarctica. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'd love to go to Antarctica. So North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, Australia, Antarctica. Is it Antarctica? Antarctica isn't a continent, right? Is Antarctica a continent? I don't know. How many continents are there? Okay. How many continents are there? 5. Okay, there are 7. Okay, Antarctica is a continent. Okay. Interesting. I know geography, I swear. All that money and you were in each place one day. Yeah. I would love to travel, right? You're in South Africa. I'd want to travel around and explore. Sorry if that was a silly thing to say. Is Antarctica a continent? I feel like I should have known that. Okay, let's go.
Those of you that are come onto this team in the future as well. So one of the most powerful things that you shared, and we'll wrap this up, is like, I love you said, it will happen. Like, have that confidence in yourself that you are able to overcome and figure out anything in life if you just get that mindset and then stay disciplined over the time. So, you know, Jay mentioned like our power hour sessions, our work sessions that we do.
You could have all the confidence in the world. You could stay disciplined over time. You can say this will happen. But as Monica said, as we say every single stream, it does not matter what you say, how much confidence you have, because your success is not up to you. Your success is up to whether or not people stay in your downline and they recruit and they maintain their ranks. Period, period, period.
When you're on a team, you have this ability, you have the ability to come work alongside people like Jay and I. And I think that's a beautiful thing, because Jay's a high performance coach. I've created incredible businesses over the past 15 years, but really the basics of building this business, I'm just going to tell you.
He's created an incredible business, but he's told us on his Facebook page that his business was in a steep decline. At his peak, he had 45,000 people in his downline, and it went down and down and down. He lost the top rank in the company, and he was not able to get it back. His business was in a great decline. So it's easy and fun for him to say, I built an amazing business, but I'm not going to tell you how my income dropped. My income dropped extremely low. Now, he's not going to say that. I can't imagine logging in to just sit there listening to these two bozos talking about themselves to each other and ignoring the rest of the people in the Zoom. I don't know if it's a Zoom call or if it's like with a team, or if it's a pre-recorded just chat between the two of them. I'm not sure.
Right now, you'll have the checklist. You can print the PDF off. There's like 7, 8 items on there, but it's really this: work hard on your.
What PDF? Is there a PDF? There's no PDF. Okay, let's continue.
Yourself. That's your mindset, your spirituality, your health, your wellness. Just take care of you. Become the best version of you that you can. Add value on social media. Like, be a role.
Yes, we need the PDF. I want the PDF. What are you talking about, Scotty? What are you talking about? Yeah, I'm also not inspired to work with either of them. Same.
Role model to the people around you. Next, make new friends, like network, connect with people, make new friends. Next, invite them just to take.
You're not just making new friends because you're a friendly person. We know this. I'm not going to go into huge detail. You're making new friends so those people can be, like he's just going to say, you can invite those people to a group. You can eventually recruit them into your downline, and maybe they'll be your $1 million earner, or maybe they won't, and they'll just be a member of your downline who is losing money, so you can continue to profit financially off of their suffering, right? Just make new friends, but it can't be genuine because there's an ulterior motive. Exactly. That's a great point. Great point. Even if it was a Zoom call, I would still fall asleep.
Take a look at what these bioactive precision peptides are, what this opportunity entails, and then follow up with them. And then the last one is just support them once they come on board with you, to support them. That's all you do. And so many people overcomplicate this business, and it can literally be done in an hour and a half a day.
It's not that easy. You're saying if you just follow these basic steps, then you will have huge financial success. That's not true. We know it's not that easy. He's saying you could easily do this in an hour and a half a day. We also know that's false, because if you were to try to work in an hour and a half a day, you would not make money. And then they'd come back and say, well, you're just being lazy. You need to work more.
I spend a little bit more time because I'm mentoring leaders and whatnot, but when you can have full confidence coming into this team, knowing that you have leaders like Jay and I who are helping mentor those people as well. So you don't have to take all that burden on yourself when you come.
So funny, only an hour and a half a day, but I work more than that because I have a team, right? So What are we working towards? Are we working towards being Scotty, who's working more than an hour and a half in a day? Or do we want to have less members on our team so we can work less, right? So I'm just blabbing. I'll try to let him finish.
On board in the beginning. You just focus on those simple things and you can get to where you need to be. For example, myself, when I started with 200, and this is for you, Jay, and anybody that might be watching, I started with 223 friends on Facebook that only posted on Memorial Day when I went camping or when one of my kids was born. But I made a decision of what I was going to do with that business. And I showed up every single day willing to learn, grow that thing from the 223 friends to what we are today. But it came with that decision. So I know we need to wrap.
You didn't just have a decision. There's a lot of factors that had to align for you to find your level of success that you did find in Beachbody. You were in a lot earlier than other people were in. There were less people in the company, less competition, right? There was less people who were aware of how terrible Beachbody is. It was probably a lot easier to recruit. It's a lot easier to find success. There was a lot of luck. It wasn't just you being disciplined and willing to sacrifice. You were very lucky. And you're also very personable, Scotty. You seem like you're smart. You're a good speaker. You seem approachable. Your personality would make it easier for you to recruit people. Even if you have a small group, a small following, you seem approachable. So more people would want to join you. What do you actually lead, sir? What leadership qualities do you possess? All good questions, Tanya. Yeah, they make it sound so easy. Just do what we do and you'll be a millionaire. I wonder how much Scotty was actually making in his Beachbody business at the very end. I wonder.
Wrap up. We both have a meeting we need to get to. But Jay, do you have any final words you want to say to close this out?
Man, just get started. Like, just don't compare yourself to anyone else. Like, we were on the call today and I'm like, man, I'm trying to keep up with you. Like, you're doing like an hour goes by pretty quick, right?
Yeah.
Just show up, just do the work. You're going to get faster as you go, and just show up consistently. And just, you're running a marathon. You're going to have some walls. You're going to have obstacles. Just stay committed. And I truly believe that this is an opportunity. Like, I remember Bitcoin when it was right around $1,000. And like, man, I should have bought some of that Bitcoin, right? That opportunity is gone. It's still there, but I'm not going to, the compounding interest of that probably has there's the compounding interest here. I see this as an opportunity that's going to elevate all of us, and I'm excited about being here. So get in. And
he's comparing getting in to Make Wellness early, like buying Bitcoin when it was worth a certain amount of money. I don't know. I don't know anything about Bitcoin. It's interesting how he's saying, my browser has lost connection to my camera. That's okay, as long as you guys can still see me, because my camera's not working anyways. It's interesting how people always talk about how important it is to get into an MLM early, and I wonder why they say that. Is it because when we're in early, we're at the very top of the company, at the very top of the pyramid, and everyone else who joins us underneath, oh, Tanya, you can still hear me, good, thank you. Everyone else who joins the company is automatically under us. The earlier we're in, the more people will be under us. And isn't it funny that everyone acknowledges that? I wonder why. Pyramid scheme, in my opinion, allegedly.
And start doing the work and learn and connect and just get after it. Let's do this thing.
Let's do it. Awesome, Jay. It was great chatting with you. And you guys, anybody watches this video, reach out to Jay and I. We're here to help guide and mentor you and help you achieve your goals. The more people that you help achieve your goals, you're going to hit yours. So, all right, Jay, good chatting with you, brother.
Oh, man.
And isn't it so funny? We've heard this before. Oh, I just want to focus on people achieving their goals underneath me. I want them to succeed financially. It's not altruistic. You want me to achieve my goals, Scotty, so you can achieve yours. Because if I'm whatever premier bullshit affiliate, then you're going to rank up. Nothing in MLM is altruistic or genuine. There's nothing genuine about these connections, because if Jay decided to leave the Make Wellness downline, would Scotty still care about him? Now, I don't know Scotty. I don't know anything about his real life, but I would venture to guess that Scotty would not care about him. Scotty would not check in. Scotty would not invite him out for drinks, in my opinion, because we know MLM relationships are transactional. We learned that if we want to be a millionaire, we want to be one of Scotty's $10 million earners, all we have to do is just visualize it. If we visualize something, if we visualize making a certain amount of money, we will make that money. What else? What else? We learned that Jay and Scotty have the exact same goals, apparently. They both want to have $10 million earners underneath them, and they both want to sell off their house. And they both want to sell off or pay off their house within 3 years. Isn't it funny how each of these guys seem to have the same goals? What else did we learn? Premier bullshit is the level these guys are at now, right? I feel like that was a good summary. This has happened to me before where we'll watch a whole ass video and I'll say, what have we learned? And I forget everything. But I feel like that was actually a reasonable summary. Thank you to everyone. There's all these people watching me. This is great. Really enjoyed this video. I hope you guys liked this Make Wellness video. I have a good video planned for Monday. I think I want to do what was it called? Worldwide Federation of Direct Selling Associations videos. It's a very good topic, and I want to dive into it a bit more. So I think that will be the Monday video unless something else interesting pops up. You're welcome, Tanya. And I'm happy you had a good time, Anastasia. You're welcome, Mr. Ranger Lab. And bye, Monica. Hope you guys have a great evening. You're welcome, Lisa. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.